Hello, friends. I'm really excited. I'm really freaking excited because it's May. It's 1st of May, 1st of May. I won't finish that if you know that song. And I thought this would be fun to do a garden update on the 1st of every month, if I remember, because it changes so much and I kind of want to document everything. Gardening is my most favorite thing. And I want to share it with the world. It's beautiful out. The sun finally came out. We've had a lot of rain lately, but the sun is finally out, and I'm excited to take you around. So let's look at my garden. So this is just an overview. Oh my goodness. And keep in mind, I had the beds last growing season, but they were not in this configuration. There was not landscaping fabric down. It was not like this. Back in, I guess, October, November, so just a few months ago, I completely redid all of this and made it like a cohesive garden that I could get a wheelbarrow through, that made sense and was like organized chaos, which is like my favorite way to garden. I like it to be organized, but it needs to look wild and a little chaotic. So let's just walk in here through my beautiful archways. So this archway was actually a prop for a show that we did last summer, the prom. This was a prop, and my friends so lovingly let me have it so I could use it in my garden. I'm so excited. So here I have these whiskey barrels that I got at Aldi for $10. $10. They're plastic, but they're fine. And I put a grape plant in each one. I also put some zinnias, you can see right here, and then I'm growing calendula here. And this is another grape, zinnia, and some rudbeckia. And I also have rudbeckia here so that when it grows up, I can pull it out and transplant it all over the place. And then I bought a bunch of these terracotta stakes that I put wine bottles in to help water, and I'm kind of obsessed with them. They make stuff so easy. They make watering so easy. And let's see. Okay, so these are 2x5 beds, and I put another cattle panel here. So what we have going on here are cucumbers along the side that will grow over the cattle panel. These are red beets right here. Same over here. We have cucumbers and then yellow beets. And then I had extra tomatoes. I actually have 24 tomatoes growing in this garden. We really love tomatoes, but I have a tomato there and a tomato here. This is my little carrot bed. I've never had luck with carrots, and I don't see anything trying to come up. So I'm going to assume that I will also have bad luck with carrots this year, but I don't know. If you have any tips, let me know. This is and by I mean my son's Dahlia. He likes to name all of his plants after himself. And this is a dahlia. We have kale here in this little pot. Of course, my lettuce bed that apparently is controversial. People in the comments of one of my videos were telling me it was all going to go to seed. It was just going to bolt and go to seed. But honestly, we eat a lot of lettuce. And I don't really know what this is. It's just a spring mix or other kind of lettuce seed packets that I had, and I just threw them in there. I have wow, autumn. I have potatoes started in these bags. Just ones from the grocery store that were starting to grow some eyes. And then I have some marigolds in this grow bag that I will separate once they start growing up a little bit more and planting them all throughout the other beds. I have spinach in here. And then these two beds, I'm trying something new this year. These are 2x8, and I got 3, I believe 7-foot T-posts and these PVC pipe corners from Lowe's, and I'm trying this string trellising system. So you can see that I have string here, and I've just tied off on the bottom of the plant, so when they grow, I can just kind of wrap this around even more and they will be supported. And based on the principles of square foot gardening, since this is 2x6, I have 16 tomatoes growing here. Some varieties we have: gold medal tomato, woolly Kate tomato, sunrise bumblebee, beefsteak, Kellogg's breakfast. I believe that's all I have. I have 2 of these guys of strawberries. Nothing in here yet. We'll get there. And then in this one I have 4 more tomatoes, and then the rest are zucchini and yellow squash that I will grow vertically. You can see there's already some powdery mildew on that. I need to cut that off. Then over here I have a lime tree, which, hello. And then a variegated lemon tree that's not doing anything. Well, we do have this little baby. Then I have my solar powered fountain, but it's not looking great right now. Why? I don't know. It usually looks a lot better than that, but I love it. And in this bed, this is like 3 by 6, 3 by 5. I'm not quite sure. We have a volunteer potato that just started popping up, and we're letting go and letting God and letting it do its thing. I have random nasturtium that I put seeds all over in just the beds just to see it come up, because it's beautiful and you can eat it and it tastes really good. And this is going to be primarily my pepper bed. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's being eaten, so 3.5 jalapenos. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shishitos. And then I have some seedlings that are in my greenhouse still, bell peppers and sweet peppers and cayenne that I will also add in here. And then along here I have another cattle panel archway. So I have spaghetti squash right here. Last year I grew like the tiniest 1 spaghetti squash imaginable. I grew them just on the ground, so I think this will be really helpful getting them off the ground. And then I have my peas, very cute, and I will plant some marigold and stuff around that. And then on this side of the cattle panel, I have a couple more tomatoes right here, a Rosella and a Woolly Kate. And then I have 1 loofah. I grew so much loofah last year, and I have so many sponges now, which I'm grateful for, but I don't need any more. And this is not even really doing well, so I might even start another one. I don't know. But then I have butternut squashes here that'll grow up the cattle panel. I also grew a ton of butternut squashes on the ground last year, and they're delicious. And I still have a bunch, and it's May, so I'm excited to eat those the rest of the spring and summer. And then, let's see, these 2 right here, and then this grouping over here, those are all watermelons. Jubilee watermelons and Desert King watermelons. I have never had luck with watermelons either, so I'm excited to see if I can get some watermelons. These 2 here are cantaloupes that can grow up this little thing right here. And then the kicker, over here on this end, we have an experiment going on. So let me just tell you about this. So when we were at the Walmarts a few months ago, Desmond we were looking at the seeds because it's like my favorite thing. And we saw seeds for pumpkins, but most interestingly, the Cinderella's Ride pumpkin and the Atlantic Giant pumpkin. Now here's the thing. These pumpkins get rather large. Specifically, the Atlantic Giant pumpkin holds the Guinness Book of World Records record for the largest pumpkin. I think it was like 5,000 pounds. I'll add it on the screen here if I can find it. I can find it. It's Google. Come on, we can Google. But Desmond was like, heck yeah, we need to get those. So we did. I can't say no to this guy. But tell me why I am growing, 3 and 4 Cinderella's Ride. And then I have 1, 2, 3, but that one doesn't look like it's going to do well. Atlantic Giant pumpkins. Oh my God. And then I have this one, and the one in this container are just regular jack-o'-lanterns. Please tell me why I have that many. I mean, we have that space. And if you've ever grown any like gourd vegetable that vines, you know that they spread out. So I've got this tarp here because I don't want to have to worry about grass like in between, because we're, you know, it's organized chaos gardening. I don't want like a ton of grass and that looks sloppy. I don't like that. But it's going to be wild. But I'm experimenting with, I have a jack-o'-lantern in a grow bag, and I have an Atlantic Giant in a grow bag, and that one's not looking great. Grow bags, I don't think will provide enough soil and nutrients for a massive pumpkin, but I'm trying it. And then I'm also trying these 3 Cinderellas in the ground, and then I've got some in the raised bed. So, you know, that's the fun part about gardening, trial and error, just seeing what works. A lot of times it doesn't work, but that's the exciting part. So that is my May garden update. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped about it. And yeah, if you're pumped too, leave me a comment. Give this video a thumbs up. Any tips, please. Like some people leave tips that are like, that's not gonna work. Okay, well, if it's not gonna work, please tell me why, so that I understand. Let's share some actual wisdom here, and I would really appreciate that. Anyway, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.